Hi, everybody. I am doing this video today to basically talk about the iPhone, like the iPhones. The reason why I am making this video today is because, in my personal opinion, iPhones really suck majorly. Because it seems like I've had nothing but complete issues with iPhones. Like, I've had the iPhone XR from October of 2019 through October of 2021, and then I've had the iPhone 12 mini from October of 2021 up until um, the present time, until, you know, I'm able to get a different phone. Um, um, and I pay the phone off with my phone carrier to be able to switch phones. Um, you know, and like with the issues that I've had with the XR was the cellular data like completely sucked. Um, and then before I get into any further, just let me know if you've experienced similar issues um, to what I was dealing with the XR or like the iPhone 12 mini or any other iPhones. Um, and just like post them down below, like what issues you've had with the iPhones. Because I think that it's pretty ridiculous, like how much issues there is with like the iPhones. And I've only had two since 2019. So basically, yeah, like with the iPhone XR that I had from October of 2019 through October 2021, I've always, like, about a year into having the phone, like, I was having, because these issues didn't really start until about the year and a half mark or so, so, or until about the 1 year, 1.5 year mark, that I was constantly having issues with like the cellular data on my phone when I wasn't connected to Wi-Fi. That the like whenever I would be like on like social media, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, like things like that, like YouTube, um, that it would always take forever for things to load. I would call my phone carrier and see what they can do. They help me with what they could help me with. And they would sit there and say, well, we did what we could with you, and you have to get a hold of Apple and take it up with them and have them help you from here. Or you can do a um, they said it was like a thing with the insurance. I can file a claim with the insurance. I had tried that multiple times where I would try to file a claim with Apple, or not with Apple, but file a claim with my phone carrier's insurance for the Apple, for the iPhone XR, and all it would sit there and tell me that I had to do it through Apple. And then you know, when I had told um, Apple about that, they're like, well, I guess there was something that was causing it to do that, with the phone carrier, or whatever. So Apple did what they were supposed to do, and they had me do like diagnostic testing. They had me run different tests, things like basically like the whole 9 yards. They had me like shut my phone off. They turned it back on. Like basically, basically like basics or whatever, plus some. And everything that they had me do, it didn't work with the cellular data. Um, so it's like, well, screw this. I'm going to just pay off the phone and get a whole different phone. And that's what I did. I went with the iPhone 12 mini. I was thinking that since it was a newer model, that um, that would be a lot better. Or not a newer model, but like a different iPhone, that it would be a lot better. Now with the 12 mini, all of a sudden on May 20th of 2023, that all of a sudden, like, I was watching YouTube videos on my phone, and all of a sudden my speakers stopped working all the way around. So that means like I'm not able to watch any YouTube video, like any videos on YouTube, like any videos on YouTube. I'm not able to watch any videos like on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Like I have no sound coming from my phone, like literally, unless if I plug in my headphones, that are, like my headphones, that I have to plug in order for me to hear anything. And that includes when I make any calls, um, which is pretty crappy, that I'm having to use my headphones to hear anything. So, and I will get into detail when it comes to how the customer service is, in a different video. I will be making a video about that. The Apple's customer service feedback video, I will be making that kind of video, explaining why I feel that way and the whole 9 yards. So they had me do the diagnostics test, and they're like, oh, well, your phone needs to be updated, like the software needs to be updated. And I was like, okay, I was like, well, I'll do that. And I did. It's all completed. And that I still have no sound. So that means my alarms that I have set for the week, I am not able to hear. All I will hear is vibrating. So I'll have to use a different, um, like a different, an old phone, um, that I've had before the iPhones, to use as a alarm for the week. Um, so, and you had thought that, with doing the software update and doing all the tests or all the things that they would have you do, like where you monkey with the volume buttons, like up and down, mess with the ringer button, like doing like everything that they would tell you to do, it's still not working, and it's just really, really frustrating, to deal with. Um, so I will be calling them today, May 21st, 2023, and because I tried to call before I started this video, and they said that they're open 7 days a week, but they didn't open until like a certain time, so I just have to wait until they open and try to call before they close, to be able to talk to them and go from there. So, um, I, like, me personally, I would not suggest anybody to buy any Apple product, like any iPhone, like Apple iPhones, like at all. If you want a good phone, like if your phone carrier is still doing like Samsung phones, Motorola, LG, like any of those kind of smartphones, like, go with those brands, because I've really never had any issues like with like Samsung phone, like any Samsung phone or LG phone. Um, so I would suggest going with one of those kind of brands. Like um any smartphone other than iPhone. So yeah. Um, so it's pretty sad, that I've had nothing but issues. But please share your experiences down below with iPhones, so that way that these issues can be passed along to Apple, and hopefully Apple sees all these comments, and gets these taken care of. Otherwise, they'll be losing um, quite a bit of money from not selling phones, like iPhones at all. Like, I've never had any issues like when I had the iPod Nano. Like, oh God, like um, when they were selling those, like I've never had, yeah, like I said, like I've never had issues with the iPod Nanos, like because I had bought the iPod Nano back in like 2007, 2008, and had that up until about 2013. And then in like 2013, I had bought the iPod Touch and had that up until like to about like 2017, 2018 or so. So I've never had issues with those kind of devices, but then when it comes to the phones, they're complete junk. There's nothing but issues with the phones. So, like I said, share your experiences down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.